Greetings, world. I am Richard, and for today's tarot reading is a guilty little pleasure of mine. We are going to discuss about old school American muscle cars. Now, at the beginning of this month, first, let me put my timer on. 15 minutes, go. At the beginning of the month, for this month, Car and Driver came out with a back publicity, which is quite exciting regarding Pontiac. Pontiac is back, now make some noise. There is a lot of discussion online about this ad, especially considering that there is a disclaimer at the bottom right here, stating, do you need to be told that this advertisement is fake and that it is not to be taken seriously? Our lawyers think you do. Okay, so that's in fine print. There's a disclaimer here. What I and many do believe, well, of course we are like huge fans of Pontiac, especially the Firebird. So is it wishful thinking? Well, perhaps. But still, this is a very expensive spot for a publicity. Full page, although it's not the first page, like the back of the front, it is very expensive to put an ad right now, and it is quite noisy, make some noise. So yes, of course, the Firebird does make a beautiful sound. It is noisy to some and music to others. But make some noise could also mean like people like you, I, the lovers of this muscle car should make some noise about something that comes out. Now, what is interesting is that they will be Pontiac would celebrate their 100th year in 2026. So is this a bit of a tease of something that they are working upon right now, looking at the noise that's been made for like 2026? Interesting fact is, so I looked online, watched some videos and stuff, and came to find that GM's financial reporting as of January of this year reclaimed the US market share at 16.4. Well, that's of the US automotive market. So they're at the top of the game right now, and they've also canceled their cruise initiative, which is basically their automatized driving platform, which would give them a lot of capital to play around with a new brand. Now, they've abandoned Camaro at the beginning of the year, and, well, what is left? Corvette. So it would be a great time to actually bring the Firebird back. And, you know, as I keep saying, we're in the golden era, the rise of the Phoenix. I have a 79 Firebird with the Phoenix on the hood. So to me, it just makes sense. And my intuition is telling me that this disclaimer is in order to make some noise. Not the car itself, but us. They want to watch us. They want to see how excited what we're going to say. Now, without further ado, because I am on a time, okay, I still got over 11 minutes left. So what can be said, High Yourself, Oversoul, and Universe, about this publicity in Car and Driver regarding Pontiac is back? Make some noise. What is this all about? Too many cards just fell, so I won't take those. What is this all about? What could be said about? Tell me everything I need to see, everything I need to know, so that I could share with you, my viewers, Pontiac. Well, I gotta confess, I hope it is true, and I have waited to be here live with you so that it would be authentic, my reading. So, what can be said? Let's see, let's rock, let's roll. All right, first card we have is, okay, fighting from the upper deck with the Seven of Wands. Then we got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, financial, very grounded, very earthbound. Then we got, okay, the Hangman, being uncomfortable for a long period of time, getting enlightened. We also have a soft yes of a surprise which is the Page of Cups, which is also a very exciting new beginning, right? So again, soft yes, but also a very positive beginning coming up, and we have a surprise at the heartbeat. Okay, so we got a lot of communication. We got a lot of talk, a lot of back and forth with the Seven of Wands. Sorry, the Eight of Wands. We got the Devil here. Ooh, I don't like that one so much. Then we got moving out of troubled water with the Six of Swords. We have, okay, the counterpart to the Queen of Pentacles. We now have the King of Pentacles. So we also have the Fool. So he could be a trickster, the Fool, but he also represents, first and foremost, being the first card of the tarot deck, new beginnings, new journey, but could also be a trickster, as in this advertisement. Moving on to the clarifying spread, we got Death. Death is also end of an era for a rebirth of another one. And we're moving out. We're turning our backs to something with the Eight of Cups, walking away from something, walking away from the death of something. I'm so happy with this one because this is wishes manifested, wishes granted with the Nine of Cups, which makes the Eight of Cups at the center not necessarily badly aspected. Death is not a negative card. It can be, if I'm asking, like, will someone like pass away? Well, cards will have different context, but we're talking about the rebirth. So death, okay, death of an era that had no Pontiac. We're walking away from that to have our wishes manifested. Guys, it's looking positive. Message of the universe is something has come to an end, something grueling with the Ten of Wands. Under deck is holding the world in our hands, looking across the sea in the 11 portal. So looking to cross over. We're in planification mode. All right, so let's recap what is going on here. Tell me everything I need to know about this Pontiac is back and in Car and Driver. So the first card is the Seven of Wands. So this is fighting a battle from upper ground, followed by the Queen of Pentacles. So she is the Queen of abundance, of being grounded to the elements, of financial gold element. And we have the Hanged Man. So in regards to this ad, it would seem to me that they've been fighting to bring the Pontiac back, and they are now getting the higher ground, which makes sense because in my research, I came to understand that General Motors financial reporting at the beginning of this year in January has reclaimed the US market share at 16.4 of US automotive market. So that puts them at the top of the game right now with automotive. So we're talking about finances, gold, grounded elements. And this would be after being uncomfortable for a long period of time. And General Motors has let go of Pontiac in 2010. Hanged Man and now being enlightened. Right now, it's looking quite positive, guys. So on the second row, I do have, as I explained, the Page of Cups. So that's a soft yes, bringing in a surprise. But also on top of being a soft yes, it's also a very exciting beginning, right? Because excitement is in youth energy. And at the heartbeat, I got the Eight of Wands. So that is a lot of communication or / advertising, a lot of back and forth. testing the waters, make some noise. They are watching online to see how people are going to react to this youthful surprise. And although we have the devil here, so the devil is not always about evil entities. It could also represent about obsessive thinking. So I'm going to go with the obsessive thinking. Although we do have wings on the devil, like the phoenix, but bringing in a soft surprise, like a tease, a youthful surprise that doesn't have all that much grounding to it. There is a lot of communication, testing the water, and to see how obsessive people react. I'm going to go with that to see how people are reacting with their obsession for the return of the Pontiac. So after all said and done, for the future, we are moving out of troubled waters with the Six of Swords. Troubled waters, calmer waters. At the center, I have the King of Pentacles, which is the counterpart of my first row center, the Queen of Pentacles. So there's a union here. So that to me is a strong yes. And then we got the Fool, the last card. Last card of my 9, last card of my spread is the Fool. The Fool is always the first card of the tarot deck that represents the Fool's new journey into a new adventure birth. But it's also a trickster. So with the ad, the disclaimer, a trickster. I think this advertisement is actually kind of fun. I think it is working and making people make some noise. I think they are serious at doing it. Because let's face it, right now, what do we have, right? GM has let go of Camaro at the beginning of this year, and we're left with the Corvette. So there's room for competition. And if GM has reclaimed the market at 16.4, I mean, it's looking more than an expensive joke. How long do I have? I have over 2 minutes left. So in my clarifying, I have death. Okay, so death is death of something, rebirth of something else. Moving away, turning our backs to something. A long journey under the moon. So the death of something, we're turning our back away from the death of something. Death of something for the rebirth of something. Why I'm hooking to the rebirth is because the third one is wishes manifested. Manifested wishes are granted with the 9 of Cups. Clarifying spread is something has come to an end, something grueling. The wait. GM has let go of Pontiac in 2010. This is a 10 card. And the underdeck is holding the world in our hands, planning for a bright future across the sea. So I'm just going to clarify, as I have still a bit of time, I want to clarify the devil to make sure that this is what I am feeling. Does the devil mean obsessive thinking here? So in 3 cards, let's see if I need 3 cards. Why is the devil here? So we got, okay, the generosity card here, or also giving breadcrumbs with the 6 of Pentacles. Then we got secrets, intuition. And we got, okay, everything turns in favor of what the question is with the Wheel of Fortune. So yes, I do believe that exactly the devil card here is that they are giving us a breadcrumbs of a tease. It's still a secret, but everything's going to turn around in our, the Pontiac lovers' favor. This is about trying. They are planning to create obsessive chattering. Well, I would do the same thing, right? I mean, this would be an expensive bringing back thing, the Pontiac. I mean, it wouldn't be taken lightly, right? We want to make sure that the demand is out there. So there you go, guys. I'm going to call it that I do believe that it is more than a joke, this advertisement. It is so beautiful. I'm actually going to cut this out and frame it to put on my wall. This is more than an expensive joke or an April Fool's Day, although we're not the beginning of April. But you know what I mean. I think that it is to make some noise. Let's make some noise. Again, 100-year anniversary of Pontiac in 2026. So we're 2024, teasing, watching the chatter, making the noise. Maybe it's planning to come out for the 100th anniversary. Oh my God, imagine what color it would be. Oh, well, that's it. I'm done. I love you all. And I wish you all a beautiful, love-infected, rock and roll kind of a day. I am Richard, and I'll see you on the next reading. Mwah.